And a good pleasant evening, one and all, as we welcome you into this evening's first of two broadcasts here on GCHS TV. James Collier, happy to have you along with us as we get you ready for Wheelersburg and Greenup County. Wheelersburg comes in at a record of 15-1, Greenup County at 4-5. Coming up after this contest, it'll be Greenup County and Wheelersburg, and the boys' action. That game set to tip off at approximately 7:30. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Wheelersburg. Head coach of Dusty Spradlin. They come in at a record of 15-1. In the backcourt, a 5'4 junior of Lauren Jolly. She's joined there by a 5'2 senior of Lanny Irvin. A 5'6 junior of Ellie Kallner and a 5'6 junior of Kaylee Darnell. Once again, and in the only forward position, a sophomore of Elena Kearney. Jolly, Irvin, Kearney, Kallner, and Darnell. Starting five for Dusty Spradlin's Lady Pirates. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Greenup County Lady Musketeers. Head coach Matt Gilbert. Starting at guard, a 5'7 sophomore of Emma Frazier. She's joined there by a 5'6 sophomore of Taylor Gammon. In the front court, 5'10 senior of Lexi Carroll, 5'10 Frosh of Rachel Bush, and in the middle, 5'10 senior of Lauren Hanna. Again, Frazier, Carroll, Bush, and Hanna. Starting five for the Lady Musketeers. Greenup County in the home whites tonight. White tops and bottoms, green around the shoulders, and then green and gold striping down the sides of the shorts and the tops. Wheelersburg in the black jerseys tonight. Pirates in white, outlined in orange. Orange stripes across the top of the shirt, and the striping down the side of the shorts as well. Have us tuned in tonight on GCHS TV. Drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Again, the student-run television broadcast here at Greenup County High School. Bush and Kearney at midcourt. Tipped in the backcourt. The Pirates have it in the front court. They'll control possession to open up this basketball game. Off we go. Wheelersburg opens up. Right side now off to Kearney. Kearney one dribble, brings it off now to Kallner. Kallner to the right elbow. Pulls a long-range three, in and out, no good. Offensive rebound up by Kallner, and she's fouled. She'll shoot two. They'll get it on Lauren Hanna, her first. And Darnell to the free throw line for two. First one is up, no good. Second free throw, too stiff. Clings off to Rachel Bush. Still scoreless. 7.5 to go here in the first quarter. Gammon takes the handoff in between the rings, takes it to the right side now. Heavy man-to-man pressure being applied by the Lady Pirates. Gammon comes to the left side, still has a 5-second count, flips it off left wing, off to Bush, gets it right back. Curls it off to the left baseline, stops, turns, pivots. Looking for some help, and they get her for a travel. Quickly into the front court. Kearney pulls the triple from the straightaway and buries it. And our first point of the night, 3-0. Keeney's first points opens up the ball game just inside the 7-minute mark. Heavy backcourt pressure now being applied by the Pirates. Here's Lauren Hanna, takes it off to the right side, stops, flips it off to Carroll in the front court. Now Frazier right wing, working in front of Kallner. Spins off the right wing. Has the ball tipped out of her fingers. It'll stay with Greenup County on the far sideline in the corner. 6:44 and arrested clock, 3-0. Lady Pirates leading this one early. Bush to trigger in on the far sideline, Brings it in out top of the key to Frazier. Frazier missed a few games due to an injury. Her presence welcome back in that point guard position. He'll kick it off to Bush. Bush on the left wing. Lobs it inside to Hanna. Hanna forces it up. No good, but she's fouled, and she'll shoot two. They'll get that one on Kaylee Darnell, her first, team's first. And Lauren Hanna to the free throw line for 2. Looking for Greenup County's first points of the ball game. Rolls in and out, no good. One more for the senior. Second free throw on the way, in and out as well. Rebound comes off on the baseline to Kearney. 3-0, Pirates leading this one early. Darnell curls off to the right elbow, kicks it off to the right side. Irwin back to Darnell, spot up 3 on the way, back iron, no good. Gammon tracks down the rebound. Greenup front court, down by 3. Frazier working on the right baseline, tries to bring it in underneath to Carroll, but it rolls all the way through to Gammon. They'll go down, baseline to Carroll, and throws it through her legs. Second turnover of the basketball game for the Lady Musketeers. They trail this one 3-0. Front court are the Lady Pirates, leading this one by a Trey. Brings it off to Irwin, right side now in the corner. That's off to Kearney. Dribble drive, flips it off the backside. Nice shot up by Jolly, but it's blocked away by Lexi Carroll. Carroll brings it front court, stops on the right baseline, goes back out top of the key. Inlet pass comes to Hannah, spins on the right block. Shot is up, no good, and she's fouled. They get that one on Lauren Jolly. That's her first, team's second, and Lauren Hanna back to the free throw line for 2. 0 for 2 from that mark today. First free throw's on the way. Good. Greenup County's on the board. 3-1, 5:40 to play here in the first frame. One more for the senior. Connects that one as well. Greenup has its first 2 points. They'll trail it by 1. Wheelersburg with the basketball front court. Takes it off left side, Kearney. Back out now to Irwin. Darnell goes to the left elbow, slips through the defense, goes high up off the glass, no good. Ball tipped around, Gammon has the rebound. Frazier, right side, gets a screen there from Carroll, drops it off to Carroll. Carroll takes it off the right side, good, and Greenup County has the lead. Give Frazier the assist. Quickly front court are the Pirates. Here's Colner, flips it off the backside, wide open is Jolly as she'll finish it up for the Bunny. 5-4, Pirates back in front by 1. Here's Bush near side in front of her coach and has this one stolen away. Jolly, right side, working on Bush, comes drive on the baseline, kicks it in the corner. Now Darnell, right wing, 3 on the way, yes. Kaylee Darnell, her first points of the ball game. 8-4. Greenup County breaks the pressure. It's raked from behind, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Greenup County. A couple of subs coming in for Wheelersburg as Jolly and Irwin come off. Walker and trying to see the other number that stepped in. Eaton checks in. 8-4, Pirates leading this one early. Carroll off the right side, Bush in the corner right side. Now Frazier goes to Carroll. Carroll in the corner, 3 on the way. Off the glass, good. The bank is open on Saturday afternoon for Lexi Carroll. 8-7, Musketeers down by 1. Here's a dribble drive off the right side by Kearney. Gets her own rebound on the block shot. Back to Darnell, slips through the left side, brings it off to Eaton, right side, and good. And timeout requested by Greenup County as they're down 10-7. 30-second timeout by Matt Gilbert.
And we have a timeout.
Darnell leads the way with 5. Lexi Carroll has 5 for the Lady Musketeers. And they lead this one by a score of 10-7. It was a Greenup County lead as they went up 4-3. And since that point, it's a 7-0. It was a 7-0 run until Greenup County's Lexi Carroll kissed the glass for that triple off the right corner. Out of the timeout. Hannah kicks it off to the right side. Carroll. Carroll front court, double teamed, has it tipped right back in her hands, down to Frazier, goes back to Carroll. Carroll starts to center up, brings it off to Frazier. She'll go dribble drive on the right side baseline, shot up, and she's fouled, counted and one. Look at the foul on Kearney. That's her first, team's third. Emma Frazier to the free throw line for a chance at a three-point play and to tie this game at 10. Couple of bounces, free throw on the way, front iron short, no. Rebound pulled out by Alana Kearney. 10-9, Lady Pirates lead it. Kearney, left side, floater in the lane, yes. My mistake, Keeney, not Kearney, my mistake on that. Gammon, left wing to Bush, back to Gammon. Gammon step back three, left side off the mark, too deep. Rebound pulled out by Darnell on the backside. She'll pitch it ahead. Off to the right, left side. Walker's three ball up, no good, right into the hands of Lauren Hanna. And Rachel Bush was not paying attention as Greenup County tried to pitch it ahead. And that goes off the back of her foot out of bounds. Fourth turnover of the basketball game for the Lady Musketeers. They trail this one 12-9 as we approach the 3-minute mark here in the first frame. Collner, right side Walker. Kearney around to Darnell. They'll go in the corner, back into Walker. Walker in the right corner, back to Darnell. Dribble drive down the center of the lane. Tries to drop it off backside and it's stolen away. Lexi Carroll with a basketball near side. Little stutter step as she angles off the left elbow. Finger roll high up off the glass, good. Strong move there by Lexi Carroll. She has 7 of the 11 points for the Musketeers. They're down by 1. Ahead, right side three, Walker, too stiff, no good. Rebound pulled out by Eaton. Lost the basketball, and they're going to get a foul. They get the foul on Frazier. Here comes Sarah Hall on for Lauren Hanna. Darnell will come off, and back on is Lainey Irwin. 2:32 to go here in the first frame. Pirates leading this one by 1. Brings it off to the right side, Walker. Dribbles left side. Kinney back out top of the key, left center, Collner. Three ball on the way, good. Elena Keeney. Or check that, my mistake, that was Collner. And then a travel underneath. Greenup County's 5th turnover of the basketball game. They trail this one by 4 as we cross the 2-minute mark to go here in the first quarter. Walker on the left side gets a screen. Comes off the left elbow, bounces off to Collner. Collner tries to work it underneath and throws it out of bounds right between her teammates' legs. Second turnover for the Lady Pirates. Bush takes it inbounds. Carroll right back to her. They'll bring it off to Frazier near side. Wheelersburg wanting to trap. Now Sarah Hall walks, no call. Got her foot down just enough. Carroll's all alone. She'll pull the trigger. 3 on the way. Yes! Lexi Carroll making it rain inside the greenhouse. She has 10 of the 14 points for the Musketeers. It's a 1-point lead for the Pirates. Emily Maynard and Hannah at the scores table to check in on the next dead ball. Here's Keeney. Brings it off to the right side, or check to the left side. That's Walker, 3 to match it, no. Backside rebound pulled out by the Pirates. Back in the corner, 3 ball this time, Eaton short. Lexi Carroll with a rebound. 15-14, chance for the Musketeers to grab the lead. They'll go off to Frazier, and that one's picked off on the far sideline. Taking it away and heading to the rack was Irwin. Lenny Irwin's first points of the night, and it's back to 3. And now Rachel Bush tries to throw it to Frazier and throws it over top of her heads and out of bounds. Here comes Emily Maynard and Lauren Hanna back on. Sarah Hall and Lexi Carroll will step off. Keeney and Walker come off for Wheelersburg, as Wolfenbarker comes on for her first action tonight. And Darnell back on. Inside of 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter. 3-point lead for Wheelersburg. Here's Wolfenbarker, takes it off to Darnell. Darnell centering it up in between the rings. Trying to hold for the final shot and add to this 3-point lead. They'll go off to Eaton. Eaton spins off the left baseline, working on Hannah. Forces a shot up, a strong shot there by Macy Eaton. As she picks up her first points, and it's a 5-point lead. Frazier brings it off to Hannah. Kicks it back to Frazier. Frazier has it raked away underneath. It'll stay with Greenup County with 2.2 seconds to go in the first. Bush to trigger in, brings it into Hannah. Hannah turns, fires a shot up, no good. Ball tipped around, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Wheelersburg leads at 19-14. Second quarter up right after this on GCHS TV. Back here at the greenhouse, Wheelersburg leading Greenup County 19-14. James Carter, happy to have you along with us here on GCHS TV this afternoon. Game 1 of 2 coming up. It'll be the boys in action with the Wheelersburg Pirates. That game's set to tip off around 7:30. Greenup County will start with the basketball. Gammon, Frazier, Emily Maynard checking in, Lauren Hanna, and Lexi Carroll. Frazier brings it off to Carroll. Carroll on the right side, dribble drive, and she's fouled on the way to the basket. We'll get that one on Colner. That's her first, team's fourth. Greenup County basketball underneath its own bucket. Taylor Gammon to trigger in. Brings it into Carroll. Carroll off the right side, had it blocked away, fights for her own rebound. And Wheelersburg steals it away, but Lauren Hanna tracks it down. They'll take it off to Gammon. Gammon back out to the right side, Frazier. Forces it into Hanna, and she's fouled. They'll get that one on Colner. All right, so we go with Colner. Well, the official can't decide who's calling the foul on. 32, okay. Macy Eaton, so it was on her. All right, so Hannah at the free throw line now for 2. Hits the first, one more. Second one in and out, no good. Rebound by Eaton underneath. Wheelersburg leading by 4. 7.5 to go before the break. Wolfenbarker pulls from the keyhole. Shot up, won't stay down. Had a good look. Lauren Hanna has the rebound. Frazier off the far sideline. Brings it front court. Gammon left side. Brings it into the keyhole. Lauren Hanna. 1 foot in. Lobs it into Carroll. Carroll puts it on the deck. Spins in front of the lane. Good. Lexi Carroll having herself an afternoon. 12 of the 17 Musketeer points. Here's Darnell. Flips it out. Top of the key. Irwin. Now off to Colner. Colner dribble drive at the left elbow. Kicks in the corner. Wolfenbacher. Back to Darnell. Straightaway 3 on the way. In and out. No good. Fighting for it is Carroll. She wants to run, brings it off to Maynard. Maynard stops on the left baseline, double team, turns, has it raked away, and turns it over. Wheelersburg with the jump. Darnell, stutter step on Frazier. Gets the separation. Wolfenbarker kicks it off the corner. 3 off the left side, no good. Eaton has the rebound, puts it on the deck, and she's tied up underneath. Let's check the foul for Greenup County. This official just put 3 hands up. That made about as much sense as the foul that he tried to call. He's going to get the foul on Taylor Gammon. He was just picking a number. I don't think he had a clue which one it was on. Jeez, oh, Pete. They put numbers on the jerseys. Just look at them and repeat it. Free throw up by Eaton is good. They wonder why the people play 3 blind mice. Maynard comes off. Back on is Rachel Bush. First free throw goes down for Eaton. One more. 20-17. Second free throw on the way. No, that one won't go down. And Rachel Bush grabs the rebound for the Lady Musketeers. Lauren Hanna has it in the near side. Off to Frazier. Frazier gives it off to Gammon. Nearly loses it out of bounds. Goes back to Frazier. Frazier trying to fight for it and loses the basketball. Stood away by Eaton. Kicks it ahead Darnell. She'll take it off to the right side now. Backside into Eaton. Shot blocked away by Bush. Lexi Carroll has the rebound. Greenup County has the basketball. Inside of 6 minutes to play in the first half. And down by 3. Maynard back at the scores table to check in. Here's Hanna on the right block. Goes left. Off to Gammon. 3 for the tie. No. Right in the hands of Lauren Hanna. Puts it on the deck. Spins right off the glass. Good.
Lauren Hanna for the bucket.
Hanna with 5 points. Down to 1. Wolfenbarker. Long 2 from the right side. No. Hanna controls the action for the Lady Musketeers. Frazier front court down by 1, a chance for the lead. Crosses it over, comes left, spins back right. Feeds it into Lexi Carroll off the glass, yes! Give the dime to Frazier. Greenup County leads it by 1. Straight away. Now Wolfenbarker, left of center. Irwin pulls the trigger. 3 from the left side, good. Lenny Irwin buries the triple. 23-21. Lady Pirates lead it inside of 5 to play. First half here at the greenhouse. Here's Carroll having a big afternoon. Gives it off to Frazier. Frazier right side, high up off the glass. No good. She's fouled. And she'll get a pair. Let's see if we can get the correct number this time. 1-5. Hey, we have that one on the floor. That's a good thing. We'll get it on Lainey Irvin. That's her first. Team 6th. And Emma Frazier to shoot a pair. First one's up, front iron, short, no good. Lauren Hanna comes off. Here comes Ellie Hunt for her first action. With 3 new subs for Wheelersburg, as it'll be Jolly, Darnell, Walker, Irwin. Second free throw finds its way home. Trying to find the other player that's out there. Calder. Frazier's off now as well, and back on is Emily Maynard. 23-22. Pirates lead it by 1 into the lane. Shot up by Keeney is no good. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Pirates on a jump ball possession.
Possession will go to Wheelersburg.
Here's Walker. Spins in the lane off the left side. Shot up, partially blocked, and a foul. She'll shoot 2 from the free throw line. We'll get that one on Lexi Carroll, her first, team's 4th.
Her first. Team 4th.
First free throw was up and good.
Kayla Walker shooting. 2 shots.
Second one connects as well. Give her 2 points in the basketball game and a 25-22 lead. with just over 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Ball loose at midcourt, and a foul called on Ellie Hunt.
Foul is on number 55. Hunt, her first.
That's her first team's fifth.
Team fifth.
Have us tuned in today on GCHS TV. Drop us a comment. We'll give you a shout out on the air. First of 2 games today, as the boys coming up following this one, approximately 7:30. Wheelersburg with the basketball in the lead, a 3-point lead, and Maynard steals it away on the baseline. Feeds it off now to Gammon. Gammon puts it in forward, heads across the midcourt stripe. Chance to tie here as we cross the 4-minute mark. Halfway through the second quarter, Maynard off the left side gives it out to Bush. Bush off the left elbow, step through, Euro step high off the glass, no good. Kinney has the rebound. She'll take it coast to coast, right side good. Keeney with 7 points in this basketball game, and it's a 5-point lead. Here's Hunt, has it raked away, tracks it down, feeds it off to Bush. Left side has it raked away. Turnover number 10 for the Lady Musketeers. Takes it off to the left side. Keeney for a 3, no. Rachel Bush tries to track it down and goes out of bounds. Here comes Hannah and Frazier back on. Gammon and Hunt will come off. Darnell's back on for Wheelersburg as Irwin will step off. Wheelersburg just had 6 players on the floor, and they tried to put the ball in play. It should have been a technical foul. Back in action it goes. Here's Darnell. Takes it off. Colner had it, has it raked away. Frazier takes it away, and off to the races she goes. Stops on the right side. She'll fan it back out. Down by 5. 3 minutes to play. Straight away 3. Carroll on the way. No. Front iron short. Ball tipped out of bounds, and Wheelersburg will control the action. But a timeout first by Wheelersburg. 30-second timeout. Lexi Rucker checking in out of that timeout as well. Her first action here this afternoon. 2:59 to play first half. 27-22 is your score. Greenup County and Wheelersburg here on this Saturday afternoon game here at the Greenhouse. We've got Greenup and Wheelersburg boys action coming up at approximately 7:30 tonight, right here on GCHS TV. Out of the timeout, Wheelersburg will have possession of the basketball, leading by 5. Here's Colner. Takes it off straight away. Keeney, 3-ball. No. Rebound pulled out by Rucker. And then a turnover as Frazier's hounded in the backcourt now. And now Matt Gilbert will use a timeout of his own. Full timeout. We'll take a break. 27-22, 2:40 to play here in the first half. Back after this on GCHS TV. (27-22). 2:40 to play before the break. Greenup County with a basketball. Far sideline. Bush looking for someone to come into. Finally gets it into Lauren Hannah. Hannah puts it on the deck one time. Takes it off the right side. Spins into the trap. Ball's raked away. And Wheelersburg forces another turnover, excuse me. Here's Kinney. Left side, Darnell. Into the corner, 3-ball. On the way, money by Colner. Give the dime to Darnell. 30-22, largest lead of the afternoon for Wheelersburg. They lead it by 8 as we approach the 2-minute mark and trying to go into that heavy pressure in the backcourt. Lauren Hanna skips it ahead off to Bush. She's got a 2-on-2. Takes it off the left side, steps through, Euro step, shot up, no good, she's fouled. As I believe they'll get this one on Darnell on the way up. And we will shoot 2. We'll get that one on Darnell. That'll be her second, team 7, so bonus the rest of the way for the Musketeers. And Rachel Bush for 2 from the free throw line, sinks the first. Her first points tonight, 30-23. One more for the freshman. This one on the way, rattles in and out, won't stay down. Kinney has the rebound. 2 minutes to play, first half. Ahead quickly, Colner, right wing, brings it off to Kinney. Kinney goes back to Colner in the right corner. Dribble drive out, now to Darnell. Darnell in front of the Greenup County bench, centers it back up in between the rings. Now starts to attack up the left elbow, hands it off there to Colner. Kinney curls up the left side, floater in her lane, gets the friendly roll. She has 8, and a 30-second timeout requested by Wheelersburg. Irwin will check back in. Trying to see whose place she is going to take. Looks like Darnell will come off with those 2 personal fouls. 1:40 to play, first half. 32-23, a 9-point lead for the Pirates, their largest this evening. Good crowd on hand here early on. Crowd starting to settle in now for the boys' action. That'll get ramped up at approximately 7:30 this evening. Good action so far here in this ball game. Greenup County's really stood toe-to-toe with Wheelersburg for about 1.5 quarters. And the latter part of this quarter here has kind of slipped away from them. Some costly turnovers. They have 10 in this basketball game. And Wheelersburg's been able to turn those into quick points. Back and underway. Here's Hannah tied up near the free throw line. Heavy pressure there by Rucker. She turns, kicks it off to Carroll. Carroll has numbers now. Brings it off the right side, stutter step right baseline, spins, turn around, fadeaway jumper, good. Carroll has 16 of the 25 points for the Lady Musketeers. It's down to 7. Rucker on the right side, now off to Colner. Colner puts it on the deck, brings it off to Jolly. Jolly had it raked away. Now the ball tips all the way through her hands. Kinney runs it down out near midcourt. 60 seconds to play, first half. Now Irwin, left side 3 on the way, money. You knew that was good when it left her hands. Give the assist to Lauren Jolly. Irwin has 8. 35-25 leads out to 10. Here's Frazier working on the heavy pressure. Has the ball raked away, but it comes off to Taylor Gammon. She'll go back to Frazier. Frazier spins off the left side. Tries to feed it back out to Carroll, but it's taken away. Rucker off the left side. Count it. And a foul on Lauren Hanna, her second. So count the bucket for Rucker. Sarah Hall comes back on as Lauren Hanna will go to the bench for those 2 personal fouls, and Rucker to the free throw line for a chance at a 3-point play. 37-25, make it 38-25, a 13-point edge, the largest it's been. 30 seconds to go here before the break. Taylor Gammon working on the heavy pressure by Irwin on the far sideline, comes front court, spins, lobs it off to Carroll. Carroll catches it on the right elbow, steps through, walks, no call, and there it finally comes. She got tied up and could not get free. 12th turnover of this first half. Here's Wolfenbacher coming back on, as she'll come on for Lauren Jolly. 22 seconds to go. First half of play. Stay with us through the break. We'll check the individual scoring and statistics for this one, get you ready for the second half. Wheelersburg leading by 13, looking for more. Here's Kinney. Takes it off to Carnell. Carnell's 3 on the way. Off the glass, good. Ellie Colner, 11 points, 41-25. Carroll on the way to the rack, puts it up off the left side. No good. She's fouled, and she'll get 2 with the clock resting with 1.9 seconds to play in the first half. They'll get that one on Colner, her second, team's 8th, and Lexi Carroll to shoot a pair. Carroll with 16 points of the Musketeers' 25. Trying to cut into the 16-point deficit has ballooned out very rapidly. Free throw rolls off the right side, no good. One more for the senior. Second one on the way. That one finds its mark. 41-26. 3-ball off the right side will not find its mark by Colner. And that takes us to the end of the first half of play. 41-26, your score at the break. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll check all the individual scoring and statistics for you and get you ready for the second half of action. Here from the Greenhouse, Wheelersburg leading Greenup County 41-26. Back after this on GCHS TV. Second half getting ready to get underway here at the Greenhouse with Wheelersburg leading this one by a score of 41-26. James Carr, happy to have you along with us. A big shout out to my crew this afternoon, as taking care of all the production work is Haley Howard. On the camera up top is Zane Bauer. Again, GCHS TV ran by all of my students here at Greenup County High School and doing a fabulous job as always. They'll be taking care of the game number 2 here with Wheelersburg and the Greenup County Musketeers and boys action coming up at approximately 7:30 right here on GCHS TV. Watching along at home, give us a shout and we'll give you a shout out here on the air. Second half underway as Greenup County opens with the basketball, working from right to left, or excuse me, left to right. Rachel Bush, nice curl through, throws on the brakes and flips it up for her third point. 13-point lead now. Darnell off the left side, steps through, goes up off the window, has it blocked away, and Lauren Hanna just picked up her third foul.
Hanna for the foul, her third.
41-28, and Darnell to the free throw line for 2. Can't get the first one to stay down.
Shooting. Darnell shooting 2.
Second one goes down. 42-28. Greenup County fighting the press. They bring it off to Carroll. Carroll's got a head of steam. Kicks it off to Hanna. Hanna off the glass. Left side, no good. She's fouled. Great give and go there by Carroll to Hanna. Just a little bit too much mustard off the window. Look at that one on Jolly. That is her second. Team's first. And Lauren Hanna, the free throw pair. Hanna 5 points, 5 rebounds in the first half of action. First one's up, no good. Front iron short. 42-28. Hanna fires a second one on the way, and that one rattles home. 42-29 now. 3 ball off the mark. Rebound pulled out by Irwin. Wheelersburg with a new possession. Here's Darnell, left side, brings it off to Irwin. Around the horn it goes to Kinney. Kinney dribble drive, up and under, move. Rachel Bush blocks it away. Gammon, Frazier, right side in front of her bench. Looks for a screen from Hanna, gets double teamed, flips it out to Hanna and throws it away. Led her just a little bit too much. Darnell, right side, angles through, floater in the lane, got it. Got the nice kiss off the glass. 44-29, Darnell has 8. Gammon trapped in the backcourt, turns, pivots, brings it off to Carroll. Carroll fighting for the basketball, tied up, and a jump ball. That should go to Wheelersburg. On the alternating possession, it goes to the Pirates. They lead this one 44-29 as they're starting to pull away. 15-1 coming into this basketball game are the Pirates. Looking very strong here after a nice run to close out the first half. Here's Darnell, curls off the left side, cut off on the baseline. Brings it out to Colner. 3 off the mark, left side, no good. Rebound collected right into the bucket by Lexi Carroll. And then a turnover as it's stolen away. Irvin just walked as she did a high step with that one and got away with it. Colner finishes with the bucket. Give Irwin the assist. Here's Carroll. Comes up the near sideline. Here comes the double team coming from behind. She spins out of it. Flips it back out to Frazier. Frazier above the volleyball line, a right side, 46-29, excuse me. Here's your scores. Frazier curls off the baseline, fires a shot up, no good. Rebound into hands of Colner. Tries to feed it off on the near side to Jolly and turns it over. 7th turnover of the basketball game for the Pirates. 5:50 to play, third quarter. Carroll takes the inbound, lobs it far side. That's a dangerous pass, nearly taken away. It's flipped right back in the hands of Bush, and then Bush tries to throw it ahead and tosses it in to the hands of the Pirates. Here's Darnell, straight away Kinney. 3 ball on the way, no, off the mark right side. Darnell fights for the rebound, gets it. They'll take it out to Irwin. She wants a 3, left side, yes. Timeout, Greenup County. 30-second timeout. Lanny Irwin with 11 points. Connor with 13. 49-29 leads at 20. Largest lead of the evening for Wheelersburg. Out of the timeout, it'll be Bush, Carroll, Hannah, Frazier, and Gammon. Bush to trigger in. Full court pressure being applied by the Pirates, up by 20. Here's Frazier. Has it tipped, kicks it ahead. Carroll off to Bush, near side. Bush has got a 2-on-1, steps through, but misses the bunny. And then Lauren Hannah with a tackle after the rebound. That's going to be number 4 on her. Team second, and we'll bring Emily Maynard on for Hannah. We approach the 5-minute mark as Connor tried to thread the needle and threw it into the trash can at the concession stand. Jolly comes off, and Eaton will step in. 49-29, 5:08 to play here in quarter number 3. Wheelersburg pulled away on this one about midway through the second frame. Here's Maynard. Breaks the double team off to Frazier. Had a low pass, had to take care of it. Did a great job of corralling it back in. Lost the basketball, but it goes right in the hands of Taylor Gammon. Now to Maynard. Dribbles off of her knee, but comes back with the basketball in front of her bench. Curls left. Off to Bush. Bush in the keyhole. Kicks to the right side, raked out of bounds. Colner kicks it into the Greenup bench. Here comes Walker, as she'll come on for Colner. 4:46 on arrested clock. Bush lobs it in, goes to Carroll. Carroll loses it, gets it back off the glass. Good. Lexi Carroll with 19 points tonight. Quickly ahead, and Wheelersburg turns it over as it goes through the midst of Walker, out of bounds on the baseline. 4:36 to go, third frame. Carroll, back to Maynard. Maynard puts it on the deck, starts to dribble through the defensive pressure and turns it over. Off the right side with a scoop and the score is McKenna Walker. Walker's 4th point of the night, leads back to 20. Maynard, left side, kicks it off to Carroll. Carroll down the left side of the lane. Shot up, won't fall, but she'll shoot 2. Let's check with the official for the foul. They get this one on Keeney. That's her second, team second. Lexi Carroll to the free throw line for 2. Eyes and fires, front iron short. Carroll with 19 in this basketball game, looking for number 20. One more for the senior. Draws the arc, tickles the twine, and falls through for number 20 for the night. 51-32 as we approach the midway point, third frame. Here's Irwin out of the right side, shuffles her feet, dribble drive, and a foul called on Emma Frazier. That's her first team foul. Oh, excuse me. Her second foul, my mistake. And team foul number 3. Darnell searching. Flips it all the way off to the far side. On the wing to Kinney. Lobs it in underneath. That's to Eaton. Left-handed hook shot up, no good. Lexi Carroll controls the action in front of the rim. Rachel Bush, far side, stutter step. Cut off by Kinney, turns and loses the basketball. Stolen away Darnell. Darnell, stutter step, right side. Stopped by Gammon, brings it out to Kinney. Kenny turns, has it poked away, saved. Did she save it? Yes, she did. Touched by Greenup County's Gammon last. So Wheelersburg will have possession. Kenny will throw it into the backcourt to Darnell, who walks it into the front court. 3:30 to play here, third frame. Walker, right side, spins on Maynard. Had it raked away by Rachel Bush. Bush pitches it ahead. Frazier, right side, feeds it into Carroll. Wide open down the center of the lane. Good. Give Emma Frazier the dime. 51-34. Greenup County trying to mount a comeback. Down a bunch here in the third. Here's a nice give and go to Eaton underneath. Blew the bunny. Gets the rebound. This one won't go as she's fouled. Nice slip screen there by her. And they got a Emma Frazier on her third.
Team fourth. Line shooting 2. Substitution.
Free throw is up and good.
Wheelersburg, number 32. Ethan.
We'll get a couple of subs into the ball game as Frazier steps off. And Bailey Burney will come on. Wolfenbalker back on for Irwin. Second free throw connects for Eaton. Give her 5, 53-34, 3:11 to go third frame. Maynard off to Bush. Bush will dribble ahead right across the GC logo. Stutter step off the right elbow. Dribbles into the lane. Spin move off the glass. No. Ball tipped around right back in the hands of Lexi Carroll, who sticks it back up and in. Carroll with 24 points. 53-36. Wolfenbacher out of the left corner next to her bench. Feeds it off now to Walker, straight away in between the rings. Goes off a dribble drive right side. That's off to Colner, and she's tripped on the dribble drive. Let's look at this one on Rachel Bush, her first, team's 5th. Nice backdoor screen. Comes off to Wolfenbacher. She can't get it to drop. Burney, is tied up, and a jump ball. This one will come back to Greenup County. .226 to play. Maynard pulls the trigger. 3 on the way. Right side off the mark. No good. Burney tracking it down, tie up, and Kearney just shoved her down. I mean, there was no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Or check that Wolfenbacher just literally shoved her down.
That was number 14, Wolfenbacher, her first, and team third.
Could have crossed the arms on that one if you wanted to. Push the trigger in. Surveying, looks far side, lobs it out to Carroll in between the rings right of center. Carroll spins in the keyhole, goes down the center of the lane and a reach as raking across her arms is McKenna Walker, her first, team's 4th.
Walker, her first, and team 4th.
53-36. Bush once again to trigger in. Looking backdoor for Carroll. It goes all the way through to Burney. Maynard straight away 3 off the mark right side, no good. Colner has the defensive rebound. 3 ball. Walker right side money. 56-36 leads back to 20. Pitch it ahead, Maynard. Maynard stops in front of her bench. She'll fire a 3 to match and gets it. Little off balance there, got her balance and pulls the trigger on the long-range jumper. Burney rakes this one away, but goes right into the hands of Walker. She'll center it up, takes it off the left side, spins back to the right elbow, drops it back door, and a foul comes underneath as Jolly looked for the route to the basket, but Lexi Carroll gets her on the foul. Wolfenbacher to trigger in. Surveying, kicks it back out to Jolly. Jolly right of center. Back to Wolfenbacher. Stetson shoots. 3 on the way. Money. Brittany Wolfenbark. Wolfenbacher bangs home her first points of the evening. 59-39. It's back to a 20-point lead. Ball tipped. Stolen away. 3-on-1. Off the right side is Walker. And Taylor Gammon picks up her second. 1:09 to go. Third frame. Wheelersburg starting to pull away in this one in a large manner. McKenna Walker, 4-2. Free throw is up and good. 8 points for her.
Walker shooting. 2 shots.
One more free throw on the way. Good. 61-39. Maynard goes down the center of the lane, has the ball raked away, tracks it back down and loses it. Ahead, Jolly off the right side, no good. Ball kicked into the hands of Rachel Bush with the rebound. Bush takes it up the far sideline, inside of a minute to go. Puts a shot up, blocked away. Walker blocks it and gets the rebound. She'll bring it front court. Right side, Wolfenbacher. 3, that's way short. Off the front iron, no good. But tracks down her own rebound. And Walker's shot goes up and no good. Look at that one on Rachel Bush. Her second.
At the line, we'll be shooting 2 shots.
First free throw is up, no good.
Substitution, counting number 33, Sarah Hall.
Sarah Hall comes on. And she'll get Rachel Bush. 61-39. 30 seconds to go. Second free throw short, no good. Lexi Carroll with another rebound. She's pushing close to a double-double. Near side, Gammon. Gammon bounce pass off to Maynard in the right corner. Back to Gammon. 19 seconds to go, third frame. Gammon gets a screen. Nothing working there. Bounces it out to Maynard. 12 seconds. Maynard dribble drive. Starts to go right. Cut off there by Wolfenbacher. Backside off to Carroll. And that one is blocked away by a foul, and Carroll will shoot 2. They'll get that one on Macy Eaton. That's her second, team's 5th. And Lexi Carroll back to the free throw line for 2 more.
Carroll at the line, shooting 2 shots.
Carroll drops that one in. 25 on the evening for her. Problem is Greenup's only scored 40. Carroll's had a big chunk of that in a big game here today. 8 rebounds as well. And this one's not going to go as we had a lane violation. Our official on the other side, I couldn't tell if he was trying to call a lane violation or show us how to do the 2-stroke. Give him a paddle, he could probably make some hay. Wolfenbacher pulls the trigger, 3 off the other side, an air ball. And that takes us to the end of the third frame. All Wheelersburg in this one as they lead it by a score of 61-40. 8 minutes to play. We'll play it when we return right after this here on GCHS TV. Fourth and final quarter here at the Greenhouse. As we welcome you back in here on GCHS TV, James Collier, Haley Howard, Zane Bauer, the crew for today's game. As the fourth period is underway, Wheelersburg with a basketball. Darnell, Kinney, Wolfenbacher, Kollner, and Rucker. 5 on the floor for the Lady Pirates. Here's Wolfenbacher, right wing, into the corner now, Kinney. Darnell goes to the right wing, back out to Keeney. 61-40, Lady Pirates leading this one. Darnell goes behind the back, slips through off the window, good. Sweet move there by her. So smooth to the rim. Darnell with 10. Here's Frazier. Stops in the keyhole, brings it out to Bush. Tries to feed it backside with Frazier, going to Bush and throws it away. Ahead, Rucker. Left side, good. Lexi Rucker with 5 points. It's a 25-point edge for the Lady Pirates. Carroll brings it to the right side, looking for a screen from Hannah. Nothing happening there. Nearly has it raked away. She'll chase it down in front of her bench. Hounded there by Kollner. Brings it into Carroll, or checked it off to Hannah. And Hannah works through the contact and drops it off the right side of the window for a bucket. 65-42. Kollner on the baseline takes the inbound pass from Darnell. Curls it back out, brings it straight away now. Wolfenbacher off to Keeney. Into the corner, Darnell. Dribble drive. Kicks it off to Wolfenbacher. Kicks and fires the triple. This one won't go down, but an offensive rebound by Rucker. Back out now to Keeney. Shot up, no good. Another 3-ball. Darnell wants this one. Off the mark, left side, no good. And ball tipped back out to Rachel Bush. (65-42). 5:30 to go here in the ball game. Boys coming up next. Lauren Hannah, nice spin off the left side, no good. Fights for the rebound, gets it back, forces it up, good. Doesn't get the first one to go down, fights for the second. 10.6 rebounds for Lauren Hannah. Darnell spins out of the pressure, brings it out on the left side. Goes behind her back, working on Taylor Gammon. Kicks it out to Rucker, 15-foot pull-up jumper, no good. Lauren Hannah has the rebound. 65-44, Wheelersburg in control late. Rachel Bush ahead on the left side. Works on Keeney, stops, and a foul.
Foul on number 20. Keeney, her third.
Wolfenbacher comes out as Walker comes back on.
Team 6.
Team foul number 6, so bonus the rest of the way for both teams. Bush to trigger in. Brings it into Carroll. Carroll in the keyhole. Centers it up, now goes left of center. Looking for a screen, nothing happening there, and then just reaching right in and taking away was Kollner. She took her eye off of it for just a second. Darnell catch and shoot, 3 left side money. Haley Darnell buries her 13th point of the night, 68-44. Wheelersburg has fired 33 pointers tonight. They've connected on 11 of those. And Darnell picks up a foul. No, they're going to call a timeout for Greenup County with 4:28 to go. 68-44, back after this on GCHS TV. 2:28 to go in the contest here at the Greenhouse. Wheelersburg in control 68-44 out of the timeout. Rachel Bush to fire in for the Lady Musketeers. Goes backcourt to Taylor Gammon. Gammon brings it front court, brings it off now to Frazier. Wheelersburg looking for win number 16 on the season. Greenup County trying to get through a tough season. 4-15 are the Lady Musketeers. Bush has this one raked away. Great hustle there by Walker, but it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Musketeers. You can walk around. Hang on. Frazier takes it off to Gammon. Back into Frazier. Frazier off the left side. Good. Quickly ahead. Left side. Walker feeds it underneath. Goes to Eaton. Nearly lost it out of bounds. Flips it all the way back out to Irvin. They'll go back out to Darnell. Darnell starts to attack. Goes off the right side. Cut off there by Hannah. They'll go back to Darnell. Dribble drive on Gammon. Shot up off the glass. Too stiff. No good. Eaton backside rebound. Yes. Frazier. Right side, 70-46. Wheelersburg leading this one. Lauren Hanna in the lane, off to Bush. Bush pumps, steps through, goes off the window. Good. Nice take there by Rachel Bush. 70-48. Walker, left side. Round to Darnell. 3 minutes to go in regulation. Here's Irwin, back to Darnell. Darnell wants another three. That one's on the way, and that's nothing but the bottom of the net. Pulls the other side of the pillow. Kaylee Darnell, 16 points, 73-48. 12 three-pointers tonight for Wheelersburg. Bush brings it off to Hannah, Dribble drive. Forces herself underneath, throws it off the bottom of the rim, gets the rebound, and the second one draws the foul. They'll get the foul on Lindsay Heimbach. Team 7th. Lauren Hanna to the free throw line for 2. Gets the first one to fall. One more. Wheelersburg is going to start emptying the bench. So it'll be Rucker, Heimbach, Whitaker, Eaton, and Coriel. One more for Hannah. That one's good as well. Whitaker brings it off to Rucker. Rucker comes left, back out now to Whitaker. Whitaker gets a screen from Heimbach. Cut off on the right side. Now she loses her dribble. She'll kick it back out to Coriel. Coriel between the rings. 2:15 to play here in the ball game. Takes it right side now. Goes back out. Around the horn it goes. Underneath, Rucker's shot is up. Knocked out of bounds. As coming off is Eaton, and Isabella Hamilton will check in. 73-50, 2:02 to go here in the contest. Wheelersburg looking to cruise to win number 16 here at the Greenhouse. They've looked very solid here this afternoon. Bringing off the left side, Coriel into the corner, catch and shoot Whitaker. 3-ball, yes, why not? It's like Oprah's in the building. You get a three. You get a three. 13 triples for the Lady Pirates this evening. 76-50. They lead it. Frazier goes to the left side. 90 seconds to play in the ball game. Brings it off Rachel Bush. Right side in front of her bench. Off to Carroll off the glass. Good. Lexi Carroll with 27. Whitaker, right side, finds a seam to the lane, floater on the baseline, swirls all around, and finds its way through the cylinder. Madison Whitaker, 5. 1 minute to go. And then a foul whistled on the other end, as they'll get that one on Annie Coriel. And Emma Frazier back to the free throw line for 2. Frazier, 5 points. First free throw short. Here's Maynard Burney and Sarah Hall as Carol and Hannah will step off. Maynard will go in for Frazier if she hits the free throw, but she does not. Misses them both. Heimbach with the rebound. Rucker front court, 55 seconds to play in the ball game. 78-52, Wheelersburg cruising to this one. Here's a jumper off the right side, no good. Heimbach gets the rebound, high up off the glass, no good. Fights for it, gets it again, and then a tie-up and a reach in. They'll get that one on Rachel Bush, her 3rd, team's 9th. And we're going to say 1-1. Maynard will come on now for Frazier. And Heimbach at the line for 1+.
Heimbach will be shooting. 1 in bonus.
Game 2 coming up at approximately 7:30. We'll tip it off. Free throw off the mark, no good. Rachel Bush pulls out rebound number 5. 38 seconds to go. Gammon, heavy pressure by Whitaker. Kicks it out to Bush. Bush brings it to the right side. Stutter step drive on the baseline. Cuts it back into the lane. Steps through off the left side. No good. Fights for the rebound. It's poked out of bounds. It'll stay with her. Just inside of 30 seconds to go. Rachel Bush brings it off near side, and another turnover by the Lady Musketeers. That's number 23 in the contest. They kick it ahead. Hamilton, right side, shot up, no good. Sarah Hall fights for the rebound, loses it on the far sideline. Pulls a 3 straight away, out of bounds it goes. As that was Coriel, and 12.3 seconds to go. And this one will be in the books. Gammon front court. Brings it off to the right side, Bush. Bush gives it in to Hall. Hall spins in the lane. Shot up, no good. She's fouled with 1.3 seconds to go. Heimbach whistled for the foul. Sarah Hall to the free throw line for 2.
Foul is on number 24. Lindsay Heimbach, her 2nd. Hall in line.
Hall for her first points tonight. First free throw short of everything. One more for the junior. Puts this one up. Doesn't go down. Rebound comes off to Isabella Hamilton. And that is your final. 78-52, your final here tonight. Wheelersburg wins this one. Post-game show up right after this on GCHS TV. Back here at the Greenhouse, Wheelersburg wins this one by a score of 78-52. Let's take a look at individual scoring and statistics. First for the Lady Pirates, 42.4%, 28 of 66 from the field, 13 of 33, 39.4% from long range, 9 of 14 from the charity stripe, 64%, 30 rebounds, 15 each way, 10 turnovers in the basketball game. Kaylee Darnell had 16, Ellie Collner had 13, Lainey Irwin with 11, McKenna Walker 9, Alana Keeney and Macy Eaton each with 7, Madison Whitaker 5, Lexi Rucker 5, Brittany Wolfenbacher with 3, Lauren Jolly had 2. For Greenup County, 19 of 34, 55.9% from the field, 3 of 8, 37.5% from long range, 40% from the free throw line, 11 of 27, 26 rebounds, 23 turnovers. Lexi Carroll leads the way tonight, 27 points, 8 rebounds. Lauren Hanna has 12 and 8 rebounds. Emma Frazier, Rachel Bush with 5, Emily Maynard with 3. Put it all together, 78-52. Wheelersburg moves to 16-1 on the season, while Greenup County falls to 4-16. A big thanks to my crew tonight from GCHS TV. Haley Howard taking care of the production work. Zane Bauer on the camera. We'll take a break. We'll bring it back in just a little bit as we get ready for Game 2, the boys, Wheelersburg and Greenup County. And we'll bring it all to you right after this, here on GCHS TV. Back in a moment. County and Wheelersburg in the second of the varsity matchups here tonight. Girls Pirates winning earlier this evening over the Lady Musketeers. 13 three-pointers knocked in by the Lady Pirates as Greenup County stayed with them for about a quarter and a half and just could not find a way to maintain the rest of the way. So the Musketeers trying to avoid a 3-game losing streak. They've got to come away with a victory here this evening as they fell last night and then on the road or at home earlier in the week against Ashland. Well, let's take a 2-minute break as we'll get you ready for tip-off when we return. Greenup County and Wheelersburg here at the Greenhouse. That's when we return right after this on the Cool Hits GCHS TV Sports Network. Back here at the Greenhouse as we get you set for tip-off tonight with Greenup County and Wheelersburg. Let's look at tonight's officiating crew, brought to you by Stoltz Pharmacy in Greenup and Wheelersburg. Stoltz Pharmacy offers fast and professional prescription service, medical supplies, gifts, and more. Stop by.
Is more than just a pharmacy.
All 30-second timeouts tonight brought to you by Monroe Collision Centers of the Tri-State for complete collision repair work at prices you can afford. See the professionals at Monroe Collision Centers of the Tri-State. They get your vehicle looking brand new again. That's Monroe Collision Centers. Every trip to the free throw line tonight is brought to you by Cisco Properties. Cisco Properties offering safe, clean, and reasonable storage space. For all your storage needs, see the good folks at Cisco Properties. And, of course, coming up at the break, it'll be the Leaf Clark Wealth Management Systems halftime show. Let Leaf Clark Wealth Management help you with all your financial needs. That's what he does. Give him a call for all your financial work.
Number 12, Matthew Miller.
Our officials for tonight's game: Brian Wallingford, Ken Cantron, and Kenny Huddleston. Let's meet the starting lineups for the Wheelersburg Pirates as they come in with a record of 11-2. It'll be Matthew Miller, Eli Swords, Carter McCorkle, J.J. Truitt, and Gage Atkins. So once again, it'll be Swords, McCorkle, Truitt, Atkins, and Miller starting 5 for the head coach for Stephen Ader. Let's look at the starting lineups now for the Greenup County Musketeers. 13-6 under head coach Robert Amos. It'll be this starting 5 in the backcourt. 5'10", 8th grader of Xander Carter. He's joined there by the 6-foot senior of Brady Nelson. Front court, 6'3", junior of Zane Carter, 6-foot senior Griff Keaton, and 6'2", senior of Brady Burchett. Wheelersburg in the road orange tonight. Berg in black across the chest. Black numerals on the front and the back outlined in the white. Greenup County in the home whites. Greenup in cursive in green across the chest, outlined in gold. And then the
gold stripe down the side of the jerseys.
no Rod Dryden starting tonight, as I was told it was due to disciplinary issues. So Dryden will not make the start this evening for the Musketeers.
Also, if you have your radios with you, you can have the live broadcast on Mix 99.3 with Chuck Greenslade and Matt Payton. Also, we have True Hits 47.5.
Brady Burchett and Carter McCorkle, center court. As Ken Cantron ready to put this ball into the air, it's tipped into the hands of Greenup County. Griff Keaton controls the action, and off to the right side it comes. Xander Carter. Brings it off to Burchett now. Left side back to Nelson. Greenup County being very patient. Wheelersburg opens it a man-to-man. Xander Carter in front of the Wheelersburg bench. Goes back to Nelson. Nelson gets a screen high post. Left side cut off there by Swords. Xander Carter takes a look back toward the right side. Brings it off to Brady Burchett. Nearly stolen away as Miller trying to go. They'll go back to Zane Carter. Carter in the corner right side. Approaching the 1 minute mark here to open up the first quarter of play. Greenup kind of being very patient offensively. Nelson comes just outside the keel, feeds it into Keaton. Keaton off the right side, shot maybe partially blocked. Rebound pulled out by Matt Miller. Wheelersburg ahead quickly. And a turnover called, on the Pirates. Xander Carter brings it front court, still scoreless, just inside of a minute to play here in the first quarter. Nelson goes left, comes back right off the right elbow, stops, turns, spins. He walked, he sure did. Could not keep that foot planted. .6:39 to play here in the opening frame. Wheelersburg. Miller, no-look pass, tries to throw a dart, and all he does is hits the Greenup County logo on the padding below the rim holder. Coach Robert Amos, very damper tonight, showing off the purple and blue striped jacket. I might have to borrow that from him. That's a pretty sweet look. 6:20 to go, still scoreless. Nelson goes off the left side, curls off a screen there from Zane Carter, goes in the left corner to Brady Burchett. Back to Nelson on the wing. He's working in front of Truitt. Xander Carter, the 8th grader, takes it out above the volleyball line. Back to Nelson. 2 minutes into this ballgame, we're still scoreless. Nelson comes off, goes baseline, cut off by Atkins. He's trapped, kicks it back out to Burchett in between the rings. Xander Carter, left side, 3 on the way. May bring rain. It comes off the backside, too stiff. Zane Carter fights for the rebound, and it's a jump ball. Wheelersburg in possession of the basketball on the alternating possession. Here's Truitt. Goes to the left side, spins in the lane, kicks it back out to the corner. Right side 3 off the mark, no good. Keaton has the rebound. Greenup County wants to rush it ahead. Nelson curls it around to the right side. No-look pass underneath, poked away. Trying to get a little fancy there. Nice defensive pressure by Wheelersburg. We're 2.5 into this ballgame, still without a point. 3 ball by Truitt. No good, but a tip in by Matt Miller. and Wheelersburg takes the early lead. 5:18 to go in the first quarter. 2-0. Pirates in front. Here's Xander Carter. Nelson. Still man-to-man pressure being applied by the Pirates. 3 minutes into the ball game. Nelson to Carter. Carter thought about pulling the trigger. Nothing there. Pulls it back out. Resets. Nelson goes off the baseline. Shot up, no good. Rebound pulled out by McCorkle. Here's Truitt. Turns, brings it back out top. Now out to Atkins. Spins in the lane. Feeds it back out to Miller. Moves it underneath. Nice catch and shoot by McCorkle. He can't get it to stay down. Brady Nelson has the rebound. 2-0. St. Carter comes baseline and McCorkle blocks it away. Here's Miller, catch and shoot, left side three, no good. St. Carter rebounds and controls the action for Greenup County. Nelson pulls the trigger on a three ball, no good. Ball tipped right back to him. Off the left side, St. Carter's shot won't fall. Miller with a rebound, races it ahead, goes off the left side, reverse layup, no. Ball tipped out of bounds, and it's Greenup County basketball. .326 to go here in quarter number one. 2-0 is your score. Xander Carter with a basketball, brings it front court. Goes off to Brady Burchett. Back to Carter, now Nelson right side. Nelson puts it on the deck and a hold. Matt Miller gets him on the reach, his first, team's first.
Miller, his first, team first.
Nelson kicks it off to Xander Carter. Three from the corner, no. St. Carter fights for the rebound and then a hold.
Foul is on number 13.
They'll get it on Eli Swords, his first, team second. 3:05 to go here on a rested clock of first quarter of action. Nelson searching. Brings it off to Xander Carter. Carter on the right wing. Nelson lob backside to Keaton. Keaton takes it off to Burchett left side. Bounce pass out to Zane Carter inside of 3 to go. Greenup kind of still without a point. It's only 2-0 though. Nelson crossover on the right elbow. Pump fake up and gets it to fall home. And Greenup County, nearly 5 minutes into this first quarter, finally comes up with his first points. Atkins grabs the break, flips it back out to Truitt. Truitt into the lane. Finds McCorkle backside for the bunny. 4-2, Wheelersburg. Here's Xander Carter, three ball from the left side, money. And then Griff Keaton steps in and takes the charge as Gage Atkins picks up the offensive foul. .209 to go first frame. 5-4 Musketeers leading this one. Xander Carter front court. Looks off to the right side to Brady Burchett. Burchett one dribble out to Xander Carter. Carter surveys, gets a screen from Keaton. He's thought about pulling the trigger, pulls it back out to Nelson. Nelson right in front of Miller. Starts to attack, comes off the left elbow. Floater off the mark, no good. Ball tipped out into the hands of Swords. Ahead, Wheelersburg. Right side is good by J.J. Truitt.
Truitt for the bucket.
his first point, 6-5. Wheelersburg back in front by 1, 90 seconds to go, first quarter. Sanderlin at the scores table to check into the next dead ball. Here's Zane Carter at the left elbow, reverses back out to Nelson, just off right of point. 6-5, Wheelersburg leads it. Nelson stops at the left elbow, brings it off to Carter. Trace places with his older brother, now back to Nelson, inside of a minute to go. Let's see if Greenup County tries to milk out this clock, and no, instead Greenup County will turn it over. Stolen away as Gage Atkins grabs it and heads the other direction, but he's fouled on the way there. They'll get that one on Griff Keaton. His first.
Team first at the line. Atkins shooting 2 shots.
And Gage Atkins at the Cisco Properties free throw line for 2. First free throw is up, rattles through. Here comes Rod Dryden. His first action of the evening after not starting due to disciplinary action from last night's loss at Lewis County. 7-5, Wheelersburg leads them. Second free throw, that one's short, off into the hands of Brady Nelson. No look pass, Brady Burchett, left side, good. All tied at 7 as Nelson dishes out the dime. 35 seconds to go. Miller takes it around, straightaway 3. Truitt on the way, front iron short, no good. Xander Carter controls the action and draws the foul. They'll get that one on Truitt. That's his first, team's third. Coming off for Wheelersburg will be Atkins. Coming on, it'll be Kenny Sanderlin. 28 seconds to go, first quarter. 7-7 is our score. Nelson, left side. Feeds it off on a bounce pass to Xander Carter. Feeds it into Dryden. Dryden's first touch. Works his way in off the left side. Won't get the fall. Brady Burchett was right there but couldn't control the action. Tips off his fingertips out of bounds. It goes 12 seconds to play here in the first frame. All knotted at 7 between Greenup County and Wheelersburg. Quickly ahead, Miller spins right side, 9 seconds. Catch and shoot, Swords, 3 for the lead, good. Eli Swords buries it from the right corner. 10-7, Brady Nelson's 3 from the midcourt stripe, money. Brady Nelson nails it from midcourt, and we're tied at 10. Back after this on the Cool Hits Sports GCHS TV network. All tied at 10 after Brady Nelson makes it rain from midcourt. Nelson with 5 points in this ball game. And what a big shot that one was. You could almost feel it. As soon as it left his fingers, it was on the mark. Greenup County open up the second quarter with the basketball. Off we go. Nelson in a hurry, slips through off the right side. That one's blocked away. Miller with the block. Ahead, it goes off to the right side. That's McCorkle. Sanderlin spins off the left side, takes it to the right, tries to feed it underneath. That's to McCorkle. Hook shot up, no good. Dryden with the rebound. He'll push it ahead. all in, steps through the left side, glides to the rim, no good. Miller with the rebound. Stops left side, brings it out to Sanderlin. Sanderlin dribble drive on the baseline, left side, shot up. It was good, but he traveled. 4 turnovers for Wheelersburg, 3 for Greenup County. Wheelersburg 4 of 11 from the field. Greenup County 4 of 15. Have us tuned in on GCHS TV. Shoot me a message. We'll give you a shout out. Here's Dryden, pulls the trigger. 3-ball, no. Front iron short. Miller controls the action. Kicks it ahead. Sanderlin. Right side on the dribble drive attack. Working on Zane Carter. High up at the window. Good. Strong take there by Kenny Sanderlin. 12-10. Nelson in between the rings. Goes to the left elbow. Xander Carter, left corner. Nothing there. Back out to Nelson. Now Xander Carter comes and gets it. The 8th grader will reset it. Brings it off to Nelson. Nelson nearly had it raked away. Knifes his way through. Reverse layup. Good. With the left hand, Brady Nelson with his 7th point of the night. We're tied at 12. Here's Truitt into the lane. Brings it out to Sanderlin. Attacks off the right elbow. Jump stop off the glass. No. Ball tipped out of bounds. It goes off of Dryden. Aaron Jolly will come on as he'll replace Eli Swords. 12-12, 6:22 to go for the Leaf Clark Wealth Management halftime show. Our starting lineups tonight was brought to you by Kentucky Farmers Bank. For all your banking needs, use the convenient mobile app. Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank, member FDIC. Here's Truitt, brings it off to Sanderlin. Sanderlin left side, back to Truitt. Now they'll go to Jolly on the right wing. Greenup County showing a little zone pressure now. No look pass underneath the Jolly. Jolly has it raked away. Zane Carter takes the basketball away. Nelson controls the action, pitches it ahead. Carter underneath the bucket, left side, backs it back out. Tiptoes around Rod Dryden into the left corner he goes. Dryden will dribble it out near midcourt. Reset it, tied at 12. It's inside of 6 minutes to go. Dryden down the center of the lane, goes off the left side, lost the basketball, and will stay with the Musketeers underneath their own bucket. Nelson to trigger in. Tied at 12. Lob into Dryden, catch and shoot. No, they're going to say he pushed off. So Dryden whistled for the offensive foul. So second team foul on Greenup County. Truitt dribbles to the left side, comes back out. All tied at 12. Down the center of the lane, Miller with a strong take, but gets it off the right side is Dryden. Dryden racing ahead. Stutter step off the left side, looks at a triple team. Drags it back out, working on McCorkle. Step back 3 on the way, way too stiff. That thing was an air ball. There's just zero reason to pull that shot. Trying to do way too much, and he has struggled over the last 2 games. Inside of 5 to play, first half of action. Tied at 12 after it took us almost a 5-minute period before any points went on the board. Here's an entry pass underneath as Truitt was trying to feed it to McCorkle. It's kicked out of bounds by Greenup County. Will stay with the Pirates underneath their own bucket. 4:50 to go, first half. Miller to trigger in, surveys. Comes underneath. He's got Truitt wide open, gives it off to McCorkle. Hook shot off the glass, good. Here's Nelson ahead, down by 2. Takes it off the left side, turns, reverses back out to Dryden. Dryden works off the left side, crosses into it between his legs, working on McCorkle. One-handed shot up, no good. Sanderlin has the rebound. Sanderlin comes to a jump stop, walked, no call, and there finally the whistle comes. Almost sound like the whistle got a little stuck as it didn't make too much of a sound. Approaching the 4-minute mark, Xander Carter takes the pass, brings it off to Dryden, just outside the paint. Dryden steps through, pushes it up off the left side, no good, no call either. Dryden getting frustrated. Miller with a rebound. 3-ball, left side, no. Brady Burchett has the rebound off the backside as Truitt's three wouldn't go down. And then a foul comes on Sanderlin.
35, Sanderson. His first, team fifth in the game for the Pirates. Atkins.
Atkins comes back on as Sanderlin comes off. Just inside of 4 minutes to go in the first half. 2-point lead for the Pirates. Greenup County with a basketball. Nelson near side, right next to Stephen Ader and the Wheelersburg coach. Floater no good. McCorkle controls it right in front of the rim. Coast to coast, Miller can't get it to stay down. Dryden with a rebound and then turns it over. Wheelersburg as Atkins attacks off the right side and draws the foul. Look at that one on Brady Burchett, his first, team's third. 3:26 on arrested clock, and Atkins to the Cisco Properties free throw line for two.
Atkins at the line, shooting two.
Free throw up, no good. Second free throw on the way. No, misses as well. Rod Dryden controls the action on the baseline. Dryden with 4 rebounds, looking for his first points. Brings it to the right side, crosses over into the center of the lane. Shot up, gets the roll as he takes a tumble. No whistle comes. We're tied at 14 as we approach the 3-minute mark to go before the half. Miller off now to Truitt. Lobs it into McCorkle. Hook shot up, no good, and that's a jump ball. Ball sticks in the between the rim and the backboard, and Wheelersburg will maintain the possession due to the jump ball. That's how that one goes down. Keaton's back on. Zane Carter comes off. And Wheelersburg was headed the other direction. The way that works out is it's a jump ball, so it stays with the Pirates. Miller to trigger in, searching for McCorkle. He'll bring it all the way back out to Truitt. Now to Atkins on the right side. Here's Jolly, dribbles in, brings it to Miller. Now around back to Jolly. Jolly on the wing right side. Picked up there by Xander Carter. Greenup still in this zone pressure. Tied at 14, inside of 3 to go in the first half. Truitt on the right wing. Bounce pass out to Miller. Miller fakes, stops, pulls the trigger. 3 off the mark, 2 stiff. Dryden has the rebound. He wants to race it ahead. Finger roll, good! As he goes all the way into the cheerleaders. And Greenup County has a lead, 16-14, nearly taken away. Truitt stops in the lane, pulls the jumper from about 6, and bangs it home for his 4th point, 16-16. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the first half. Nelson sizing up his defender. McCorkle working on him on the right side. Now he switches off with Rebound out to McCorkle. He'll feed it out to Jolly. And we're now a 2-point lead for the Pirates. Nelson holding on to the basketball. 25 seconds to go before the end of the first half. Xander Carter with the pill. Takes it off left side now. Tries to feed it into Griff Keaton. Nearly raked it away. Gets it back to Carter. 15 seconds. Handoff. Nelson left side. Nelson sizing up the offense. 8 seconds as he starts to go. Comes off the right elbow. Spins. Left elbow. Gives it off to Dryden. Dryden goes behind his back. Loses the basketball. 2 seconds. 25-footer. 3. And it good? No. Comes off the right side. No good. And that takes us to the end of the first half of play. Wheelersburg leads at 22-20. Leaf Clark Wealth Management Show halftime show is right after this on the Cool Hits GCHS TV Sports Network. At the half here at the Greenhouse, we welcome you into the Leaf Clark Wealth Management halftime show, 22-20. It's Wheelersburg leading this one. A very slow start to the first half as it was 10-10 with the Pirates and Musketeers tied up. Wheelersburg took a 2-0 lead, and it took us forever to get those first 2 points. Greenup County didn't get its first points until about 2.5 to go in the first quarter. And then things kind of started to heat up a little bit. Brady Nelson banks a 3-ball home at the horn at the end of the first quarter to tie this ball game at 10. And then Wheelersburg gets the 1 extra bucket just before halftime. 22-20 is your score. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll check individual scoring and statistics as the Leaf Clark Wealth Management System halftime show rolls on the Cool Hits My Town TV, GCHS TV Sports Network. Back here at the Leaf Clark Wealth Management Systems halftime show. 22-20. Wheelersburg leads this one at the half. Let's take a look at individual scoring and statistics as we'll start first with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Wheelersburg Pirates. 10 of 24, 41.7% from the field. 1 of 8 from three-point land. That's 12.5%. 1 of 4 from the charity stripe for 25%. 15 rebounds, 6 turnovers in the first half of action for the Pirates. Carter McCorkle leads the way, 6 points. Eli Swords has 5. J.J. Truitt with 4. Aaron Jolly, Kenny Sanderlin with 2. And Matt Miller with 2. Gage Atkins has 1. For Greenup County, 30.8% from the field. 8 of 20. 2 of 8 from long range. That's 25%. 13 rebounds, 5 turnovers. Brady Nelson, 7 points, leads the way. Griff Keaton, Rod Dryden with 4. Xander Carter, 3. Brady Burchett with 2. Put it all together, 22-21 is your score at the half. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll get you ready for the second half of action here from the Greenhouse. Wheelersburg leads this one 22-20. We're back for more right after this as the Leaf Clark Wealth Management System halftime show rolls on the Cool Hits GCHS TV Sports Network. Back here at the Greenhouse as we get you ready for the second half of action. Wheelersburg leading this one 22-20 over Greenup County. Good first half. Slow start to the basketball game, but the Musketeers finally got some things going. But again, it's the last couple of games, this team has been very, very slow starting. And that's kind of been the bugaboo of this team over the last couple of weeks. Again, Greenup County being out-rebounded, only 13 rebounds in the first half. Let's see if they can get some things going here in the second half. 5 turnovers for the Musketeers, 6 for the Pirates. Wheelersburg struggling shooting the basketball in this gym, and it's a tough place to shoot if you're not used to shooting in an open-air gym like this. The only 2 gyms in this area that's made like this is here in Boyd County. But it's certainly a different element to have to get used to that kind of open backdrop. We'll see what they can come up with here in the second half of action. Stay tuned with us after the ball game. We'll have the post-game show. We'll talk with Coach Robert Amos. Have all your scoring and stats from you. If you're watching along with us tonight on GCHS TV, drop us a comment. We had some technical difficulties in the first half, had some network issues here in the building. Apologies for some of the quality of the camera that was coming through. Hope to have all of that somewhat sorted out. But, again, first year here at the high school that this program has been put together. Still trying to work out a few things along the way and figure out everything that we need to do. And we certainly appreciate you joining us here this evening here for another broadcast produced by GCHS TV. My crew tonight on game number 2, Haley Lambert's producing. She's joined with Taylor Gammon, Noah Smith on the camera work up top. So it'll be the starters for Greenup County. So it'll be Xander Carter, Zane Carter, Griff Keaton, Brady Nelson, and Brady Burchett. For Wheelersburg, Swords, Miller, McCorkle, Truitt, and Atkins. Greenup County has the basketball to open up the second half. Brady Nelson kicks it off to Burchett. Burchett left side 3 from next to his bench. Shot up, no good. Rebound backside by Truitt. Swords brings it out to Miller. Miller right of center. Goes off the right elbow. Shot up, no. Trying to direct his attention away from Zane Carter and lost it out of bounds. Nelson, front court. Takes it from the far side to the near. Brings it off to Brady Burchett next to Robert Amos. Burchett stops, brings it off to Nelson, back in the left wing. Dribble drive on the baseline. Tight ropes. Kicks it out to Burchett. Burchett right side. Starts to attack. Tries to kick it out to Xander Carter and throws it away. Nice pass from behind. Tried to thread the needle, but Zane Carter got a fingertip on it and kicks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Wheelersburg underneath their own bucket. 7:05 to go on arrested clock here. Third quarter early action of the second half. Miller to trigger in. Lobs it off near side to Truitt. Goes back to Miller in the corner right side. Now Truitt looks to the left. Takes it left of center out near the volleyball line. Brings it off to Atkins. Greenup County still in a zone. Miller comes and gets the basketball. Burchett extends that defensive pressure. Down to the corner. Now Truitt back out. Nearly stolen away. Burchett gets this one this time. Feeds it ahead. Xander Carter. Carter off the left side. Draws the contact and a foul. Eli Swords with his second. Reaches down, helps the 8th grader up off the deck, and picks up the foul as Xander Carter will go to the Cisco Properties free throw line for 2. Carter's first free throw up, no good. One more for the 8th grader. That one finds its mark. 22-21. Wheelersburg's leads 1. Kind of somersaulted back with the lead. Neither team has gained any ground in this one. It's been a very tightly contested ball game early on. Here's Truitt off to Swords. Swords now to McCorkle. McCorkle right elbow back off to Swords. Tries to lob it back underneath. Check that. Griff Keaton nearly saves it, diving into the bench of Wheelersburg. It'll stay with the Pirates on the near sideline. Great hustle there by Keaton. Atkins to trigger in next to his bench just at the end of it. Gets it into McCorkle. McCorkle goes dribble drive baseline right in front of Zane Carter and forces it up off the window. McCorkle with his 8th point and a 3-point lead for the Pirates. Nelson front court. Looks off to Xander Carter. Carter gets a screen from his older brother. Back out to Nelson. Nothing working there as we approach the 6-minute mark here in the third quarter. Nelson pulls from the keyhole. 17-footer pure. Brady Nelson with 9 points in the ballgame, down to 1. Miller in a hurry into the keyhole. Stops, turns, looks left. Searching for someone. Threads the needle backside. Nice job there by Gage Atkins to haul it in. Get the bucket and the foul. Brady Burchett called for the foul, his second. And Gage Atkins to the Cisco Properties free throw line for the and 1. 26-23, chance for the largest lead of the night for the Pirates. Atkins' free throw is up and good. He has 4 points, and it's a 27-23 lead for Wheelersburg. Greenup County working right to left on your screen. And from my broadcast position, Nelson, nice feed backside. Burchett shot blocked away. Ahead are the Pirates. McCorkle out of the left corner, pumps on Griff Keaton, forces his way in, swords now to Miller. Miller lob backside to McCorkle, nice catch, let him put it up and missed it. Got his own rebound and is fouled the second time through. They'll get that one on Xander Carter, his first, team's second. And Carter McCorkle to the Cisco Properties free throw line for a pair. Free throw up, no, front iron short. Here comes Dryden in, as he'll get Brady Burchett. 27-23, an opportunity for Wheelersburg to pick up its largest lead of the night. McCorkle with 8 points, 6 rebounds. Second free throw up, no. Rebound pulled out, though, by Truitt. He'll feed it out to Miller. 3 ball from the top of the key, nothing but the bottom of the net. 7-point lead for Wheelersburg, 30-25. Nelson.
Also, kick corners and Carter dribble drop.
Brings the front court, cut off by Dryden. Takes it off to McCorkle. He wants a 3 ball left side. Yes. Carter McCorkle makes it a 10-point lead, 33-23, with just inside of 5 minutes to go here in the third. Nelson goes off the right elbow, takes it off to Xander.
Right elbow, and he tried to throw the on. Good night. And stop. Brady Burchett back on.
4:38 to go, third quarter. Here's McCorkle, takes it on the far sideline. Miller had some pressure in the backcourt, finally gets it away.
Go on of Burchett, misses the bunny. Dryden has the rebound.
Left it short, gets the tip back. Dryden 6 points, 7 rebounds. 33-25 leads down to 8. Here's Truitt. Goes out by the rings on the GC logo, just left of it. Gets a screen there from McCorkle. Feeds it off to Miller on the left wing. McCorkle with position underneath. Swords, right wing. Steps through, spins, and no. Before a shot goes away, a foul. We'll get a trip on Xander Carter, his first, team's third. 3:57 to go on arrested clock, your third frame. Miller to trigger in. Surveying, brings it into McCorkle at the volleyball line. Shot is up, no good, but he's fouled. Brady Burchett picks up his third. And Carter McCorkle to the Cisco Properties free throw line for 2. Free throw up, front iron short, no. McCorkle second free throw.
Them right off to him in the center of the lane. He has the right side. Get past left side. Burchett left side. Atkins takes the rebound back and then on the other end. 8th turnover for Wheelersburg on the night. They lead this one by 8. 33-25 with 3:42 to go in the third. Burchett off to Xander Carter. Carter basketball high over his head. Back out to Burchett. Now Nelson. Nelson stutter step, comes off the left side. McCorkle blocks it away, but he gets him on the arm on the way through. His first, team second. Nelson will shoot 2 from the Cisco Properties free throw line. Big shout out to my crew tonight. Haley Lambert, Taylor Gammon on the production side. Noah Smith on the camera. Nelson's first free throw is up and good. He has 10 this evening. Game number 1. Haley. And foul.
Nelson's free throw
Down to sit. And fall
down. Back up.
Sword. Maybe rain and back. Nelson Miller brings it off to Burchett. Burchett in the left corner.
2-inch. Nelson. Amos directing traffic. Looks for a screen. Gets it from Dryden. Kicks it back to Dryden.
Dryden will pull the trigger. Long range three. No. Front iron. We've heard that a lot here recently. Matt Miller kicks it out to Atkins. Atkins finishes as Dryden tried to go up and block it. Could not bring it in. 38-27. Leads 11. Largest it's been tonight. Here's Burchett out of the left corner. Now Nelson. Greenup County 2 of 11 from downtown. They've struggled from the three-point line. Had an 0 for 17 night earlier this season. Nelson tries to force it up and in. Can't get it to fall the first time, but gets the offensive stick back. 38-29. Miller taking his time, blows past Nelson, kicks it out to Swords. Swords breaks it through on the right side, had it tipped up and lost. Burchett steals it away. Nelson goes with a lob. Dryden goes up, can't get it to go down. Miller off the left side, and a carry called on him. Nelson trying to read the backdoor lob and just could not get it up enough so that Dryden could go get it at its highest point. 1:47 to go here in quarter number 3. 38-29, Pirates starting to pull away as Nelson gets the friendly roll on the floater in the lane, down to 7. 38-31. Here's Atkins, or Truitt brings it off to Miller, excuse me. Entry pass, McCorkle, low, as he works on Dryden. Pumps, draws the contact, no call given. Maybe force that shot a little bit. Xander Carter has the rebound, kicks it ahead. Nelson right side. Nelson attacks, steps through, draws the contact, no whistle. Little circus shot there. Atkins has the rebound backside, his third of the evening. And somehow Miller gets a shot away, but it won't stay in. Dryden takes it off the left baseline, brings it ahead with 60 seconds to play here in the third. Dryden's gliding to the he counted as he was at Kenny Cantron's feet. And he'll have a chance at a three-point play. Look at the foul. Eli Sword. To the Cisco Properties free throw line.
Goes at 3.
Sanderlin.
And off.
33, 59 seconds to go here in the third.
Rolls all the way and comes off. Rebound out to Truitt. Truitt ahead.
Left side stops, reverses, pivots it out to Sanderlin. Sanderlin pumps, kicks it off to McCorkle. 15-footer from the baseline. No, too stiff. Bree Nelson fights for the rebound. Controls it for the Musketeers. 42 seconds as he comes ahead. Down 5. Stops left elbow. Brings it off to Burchett. Left side, gets it back. Goes out by the volleyball line. Now Dryden working on Sanderlin. Starts to attack right baseline.
Dryden, that's where his game is right there. 3-5 as Wheelers try to hold for the final shot to close the third. Rising up Miller. Looks for a screen off of McCorkle. Dryden tries to jump. Miller stops, brings it off. Into the corner, right side, Jolly. 5 seconds now, Truitt. Truitt down the left side of the lane. But can't get it to go. A circus shot tries to follow on the backside, and that had no chance of going home. And it's a 38-35 lead for Wheelersburg through 3. Back for the fourth and final stanza right after this on the Cool Hits GCHS TV Sports Network.
3:35, Wheelersburg 3. They led it by as many as 11 there in the third, but Greenup County mounted a nice comeback and has turned this back into a basketball game once again. Wheelersburg will start with the basketball. Inbound from the far side, off we go. Left to right they work with a 3-point lead. He got some separation, no good. Dryden fights for the rebound. He'll push it ahead, tries to kick it out the back door to Zane Carter.
Just across his believing what he saw. Just turned and smashed his hand on the chair. Dryden had position there, should have finished.
Here's Truitt, front court, leading by 3. St. Carter working with him, stops, pivots, comes back to the right side. Sanderlin comes off the right elbow, goes to left, working on Brady Burchett. Nice take there by Kenny Sanderlin. He has 4 points off the bench. Back to 5, the lead goes for the Pirates. Xander Carter takes it in the backcourt at the rings. Jolly works with him. Off to the right side it goes to Nelson. Now Dryden out between the rings, spins in the lane. Circus shot up, gets the friendly roll to go home. He's fallen down about every shot tonight. Give him 12 points. 40-37, leads down to 3. Sanderlin, Nelson holding, no call there. Or excuse me, Burchett was holding, my mistake. Here's Truitt, brings it into Sanderlin. Sanderlin goes left, spins back right off the window, too stiff. Comes off the backside to Rod Dryden. Dryden in a hurry, stops, steps back for the 3, and the tie, no, too stiff. Check that, Miller with the rebound. Brings it off now to the right side.
On Burns, loses dribble, brings it back out to Miller. 6.5 to go in the ball game. 3-point lead for the Pirates with the basketball. Truitt works off the left side, stops, puts the brakes on. Reverse spin move, up and under, good.
Nice take there by J.J. Truitt for his 6th point of the evening. Back to a 5-point edge for the Pirates. Nelson starts to attack and a foul away from the basketball. They'll get that one on J.J. Truitt, his 2nd, team's 4th.
That's right, helping out the official and maybe riding the wave a little bit. That's about some guys from Wheelersburg here tonight.
Here's Burchett, takes it on the baseline, spins, gathers himself, puts it up off the glass, and Burchett drops in his 4th point of the night and leads down to 3. 42-39 as we approach the 6-minute mark. Here to go on
regulation. Goes back, able to check into the next dead ball. Truitt. Corporal comes, gets a screen outside the keyhole, brings it off to the right side. Sanderlin, palm dribble drive right side, and good.
Kenny Sanderlin went right at Brady Burchett and pushes it back to 5. He has 6. Here's Nelson.
Nelson's 17th point of the night, down to 3. Miller, nice step through. Jolly, right side 3, all alone, on the way, no.
McCorkle goes up over. They'll get that on Xander Carter. He came down underneath McCorkle, his 3rd, team's 5th. And Carter McCorkle to the Cisco Properties free throw line for 2. Free throw is up and good. Here comes Swords back on as Sanderlin will step off. 45-41. 2nd free throw. Rolls home. Make it 40.
20 in regulation.
Greenup County trying to make a comeback here. Trying to avoid a 3-game losing streak as Xander Carter goes dribble drive on the baseline and Aaron Jolly gets him on the body. His 1st, team's 5th. Both teams with 5 personal fouls here in the 2nd half. Nelson brings it into Dryden. Dryden left side next to his bench. Takes it onto the wing, goes off the left elbow. Turns, reverses it back to Zane Carter. Carter in the corner, Xander Carter. Catch and shoot, 3 on the way, yes! Big bro to little bro, down to 2, 46-44 as we cross the 5-minute mark. Xander Carter with 7 points in this ball game. Here's Jolly working on Xander Carter. Crosses it over, left elbow, spins in the lane. Finger roll up, no, Xander Carter whistled for the foul, his 4th. Nice spin move there by Aaron Jolly. He'll shoot 2 from the Cisco Properties free throw lines. Jolly taking his time, sizes up, fires the free throw, swirls in and out, no good. Here comes Griff Keaton as he'll get Xander Carter. 4:47 on arrested clock. Happy to have all you along with us tonight on the Coed Sports Network, as well as here on GCHS TV, Greenup County's student-run broadcast station. So proud of my kids here tonight, doing a fabulous job all year long. Getting ready to bite off a chunk of evening news. We're going to do the news after school every day. 47-44, leads back to 3. Nelson wants to fan it out. He'll start on the left side, working on Jolly. Spins right, comes back left, walk, no call. Throws him a circus shot. Somehow he goes home. He threw up a prayer and got it to come home. Down to 1. Swords, left side to Jolly, right side. He'll pull the 3 on the way. Front iron, no. Burchett, what a rebound that he does there. Gets it out to Dryden. Dryden for the lead from the elbow, no. Had a good look. Swords with a great rebound off the box out of Brady Burchett. Here's Miller. Takes it to the right, gets it right back, pulls the trigger 3 on the way. Yes. Good look off there, and Matt Miller gets the look and makes it a 50-46 lead, and a timeout requested by Wheelersburg. 60-second timeout. We're back right after this on the Coed's GCHS TV Sports Network. To 46, 3:51 to go in regulation as we welcome you back here to the greenhouse. Greenup County and Wheelersburg in a good one. Pirates have led by as many as 11. Greenup County cut it to as few as 1 and trail it by 4 out of the Wheelersburg timeout. Nelson has the basketball, comes front court, pitches off to Dryden, left side. Dryden working on Atkins, kicks it out the backside. Keaton dribble drive. Loses the basketball. It's loose on the deck. Keaton fighting for it. Brings it back out to Dryden. Dryden doesn't have the numbers. Takes it off right side to Nelson. Nelson spins in the lane. Feeds it backside to Keaton and throws it away. Tried to do a little too much. Robert Amos can only shake his head. Miller walks it across the rings, the GC logo at midcourt. Greenup County in a man-to-man now. A lot of zone tonight. They've gone to man here in the latter part of the contest. Nelson staying with him. Takes it off to McCorkle out of the right side. Spins, loses his dribble. He's double-teamed. Keaton reaches in, had it rigged away, and then a whistle comes. And who's the whistle on is my question. We'll get a timeout for Wheelersburg, a 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. This 30-second timeout brought to you by Monroe Collision Centers of the Tri-State for complete repair work at prices you can afford. See the good folks at Monroe Collision Centers of the Tri-State. They get your car looking brand new again. That's what Monroe Collision Centers does. 50-46. It was 22-20 at the break. 10-10 after 1. Brady Nelson hit a half-court shot from the far sideline at the horn to finish out quarter number 1. That made it tied at 10. Wheelersburg was 2 points better in the second frame. And then
a 1-point lead in the third. They led it by 3 after 3, and they've added to one more here with a 4-point edge with 3:05 to play in regulation. Greenup County trying to avoid a 3-game losing streak after falling to Ashland here at home earlier in the week, and the nasty loss last night on the road in district play to Lewis County, 72-53, up in Vanceburg. Out of the timeout, here's Truitt. He's trapped underneath the bucket, kicks it back out to Miller. Miller had a look at the three, didn't want it. Comes to Truitt, right side three on the way, no. Good box out by Keaton that opened up a wide open rebound for Brady Burchett. Dryden ahead, stops on the left side, brings it out to Nelson, down 4 inside of 3 to go. Nelson takes it off to the right side, steps back, 3 on the way, no, too stiff. Truitt has the rebound far away from the bucket. Stops off to Atkins, had this one raked away. And Burchett puts it up and in. Give Nelson the assist, and it's down to 2. 2:17 to go. And Dryden with a body out top as Truitt started to attack. Dryden's second. Bonus now as Truitt will go to the line for 1+. Here comes Xander Carter to check in, as he will come in for Griff Keaton. Our athletic trainer, Amy Crum, at the scores table, too. I thought she was trying to check in. I think she could take them. 2-point lead for Wheelersburg as Truitt eyes and fires, and that one's good. 7 points for Truitt. His first free throws of the night. 51-48, a full one-possession game with 2:14 to play in regulation. Second free throw up, too stiff. Goes on the top of the backboard. Dryden controls the action off the right side. Brings it ahead, down 3. No look pass backside. Zane Carter, and he's fouled. And that one smarts off of the fingertips of McCorkle. Not only does he take that one off the finger, he also takes the foul, his second, team 6th. And it'll be bonus the next time. So both teams in the bonus now. 2:08 to go in regulation. 3-point lead for the Pirates. Nelson to trigger in. Brings it into Burchett. Burchett in the corner. Back out to Dryden. Dryden kicks it into Nelson. Nelson off the right side, too stiff. Tried to get too fancy and couldn't get it to go down. Miller has the basketball. Brings it ahead off the left side. Stops. Lobs it backside wide open. Atkins stops. Let Burchett fly through and puts it up and in for the easy bunny. His 8th point of the night, and it's out to a 5-point lead. Nelson has a shot rejected as Miller got him from behind. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Greenup County. Nelson to trigger in. Surveying. Brings it off to Xander Carter. Carter right side now to Nelson in between the rings. Looking for a screen. Nothing happening there. Tied up. Brings it off to Dryden in the left corner. Dribble drive Dryden. Shot up. Nothing. And somehow Zane Carter gets the rebound tip in. Bodies all over the floor. No whistles come. And a timeout by Greenup County. And full timeout. We're back in 60 seconds on the Coeds GCHS TV Sports Network. Approaching 1 minute to go in the ball game, 53-50. Wheelersburg wall. What a move there by J.J. Point, and it's a 5-point lead. Nelson front court.
Balls there, puts a shot up, no call. Rebound pulled out.
Heavy pressure being applied in the backcourt, and Rod Dryden just picked up a technical foul and here goes Kenny Cantron losing his cool. He just issued an intentional foul and 2 technical fouls in about 6 seconds. This gentleman has had his issues in this building. And he just handed out tees like on Sesame Street. Let's see what we get on the other end here, where they're trying to sort all of this out. I believe they're going to get the intentional foul and a technical foul on Rod Dryden. That'll be his 3rd and 4th fouls. And then a foul on Wheelersburg. I believe it was Carter McCorkle, as he said something to Dryden after he walked through. All right, so the officials are going to get together. We still are going to await and see what we have. We're going to shoot free throws in some form of capacity because we're going to have both teams already in the bonus. I believe it's going to be 2 fouls against Greenup County and 1 against Wheelersburg. So Steve Carter, the official scorer, is sorting everything out. He's telling the announcer, Jim Archie, so we can try to get everything scheduled out here with 34.6 to go in this one.
A personal foul on Greenup County's number 23, Dryden, and then a technical foul on number 23. And then we have a technical foul on Wheelersburg, number 22.
Okay, so it was on Truitt.
We'll be shooting the first.
So Dryden whistled for the intentional foul, which is a personal foul, and then a technical foul, which is also a team foul.
On the personal foul,
So
23, Dryden.
that takes it 9 team fouls for Greenup, 7 team fouls on the technical foul on Wheelersburg. So both teams are in the bonus now. And then we'll go to the other end, and Matthew Miller is going to shoot 2 shots. So the technical's offset. We're shooting. This is what this is. First one goes in. So this one's up. Second one is good. That makes it a 7-point lead. Now we'll shoot 2 more free throws for Matt Miller from the Cisco Properties free throw line. This one's up and good. Should have been 1 in the bonus. Either way, he's going to get it regardless. Second one's up, good. He hits all 4 of them, and now it's a 9-point lead for Wheelersburg. And the control issues for Rod Dryden continue for Greenup County. This has turned from a 4-point ball game to a 9-point game. Now we go to the other end, and Brady Nelson will shoot his free throws. First one is good. So I guess the way they've gone with this is that they went 2 for the intentional foul, 2 for the technical foul. Now Greenup shooting the 2 free throws for the technical foul on Wheelersburg. So make it 59-52, and it should be Wheelersburg basketball, on the other end.
There will be a dance after this game. Give you more information on that in just a minute.
There's no way that's Greenup County basketball.
So Greenup County will have possession.
Truitt comes off. Jolly is back in. And Greenup is going to get the basketball. Here's Nelson, works off the right side, no good. And Miller comes away with the basketball and a foul. They'll get that one on Zane Carter, his first.
Number 4, Zane Carter, his first.
Team's 8th, or should be team's 9th, excuse me.
Wheelersburg is now in the double post, shooting 2 shots.
So 2 shots now for Matt Miller.
And Miller.
Free throw is up and good. Here comes Carson Wireman.
Again for the Musketeers.
As he'll come on for Zane Carter. And they're just doing this for basically to issue fouls.
Replacing Zane Carter.
Second free throw up, in and out, no good. Dryden has the rebound, races it ahead, stops, 25-footer, 3-ball, no. McCorkle has the rebound, and Wheelersburg can just dribble this one out. Drops it off the backside as Jolly takes the dish and gets the bucket on the sweet feed there from Eli Sword, 62-52. Nelson's 3 will not fall, and that's going to do it here tonight. Your final score, 62-52. Wheelersburg wins it. They'll move to 13-2 on this, or 12-2, excuse me, on the season. Greenup County falls to 13-7. Post-game shows coming up right after this on the Coach GCHS TV Sports Network. Back here at the greenhouse, 62-52, Wheelersburg victorious over.
Let's take you back. A bit there in the quarter.
Nelson nails a half-court shot from the far sideline and tied the ball game at 10. We go back and forth. It was a very competitive second quarter of play, but Wheelersburg had a 2-point lead going to the locker room, 22-20. Scoring continued to pick up a little bit there in the third quarter. Wheelersburg outscores Greenup 16-15 and takes a 4-point lead going into the fourth and final stanza. They had an 11-point lead at one time in the third quarter, and Greenup kind of cut it down to 3 going into the fourth and final stanza. But then things kind of fell apart for the Musketeers in the fourth quarter as Rod Dryden issued an intentional foul, a technical foul for his third and fourth fouls, which gave Wheelersburg 4 free throws, and they took a 4-point or a 5-point lead, opened it into a 9-point lead, and that was kind of everything that you needed to know there in the final 2 minutes of this basketball game. Wheelersburg wins at 62-52. They move to 12-2 on the season. Greenup County falls to 3-7, and they're in the middle of a 3-game losing streak, headed to a very tough Bath County team coming up on Tuesday night. Let's take a break. We come back, we'll check individual scoring and statistics and talk with Coach Robert Amos if he makes himself available here tonight. That's when we return here in the postgame show on the Cool Hits GCHS TV Sports Network. Back here in the postgame show on the Cool Hits MyTown TV Sports Network, along with GCHS TV, joined with Greenup County head coach Robert Amos. And, Coach, it was a game that it teeter-tottered back and forth. You guys trailed by 11 there in the third, cut it to 3, had a chance to really kind of close things out, and things got away from you there in the fourth.
Yeah, we made some dumb mistakes down the stretch, and we're not finishing at the rim like we're capable of doing. And, you know, we let them get out in transition. They're a very good basketball team. Coach Ader does a phenomenal job with his guys. They didn't give us any driving gaps. And, you know, we're going to have to knock down some perimeter threes and get out in transition so teams can't set their defense. And, you know, hats off to them. They earned their win tonight.
Another tough night of shooting, 3 of 16 from long range, and it was one of the things you seemed like you could get some good looks but never could find that spot.
Yeah, I mean, we're even getting them out of the offense and not going down, but that happens. I mean, we're in a slump right now. I think we've lost 4 out of 5, and then the one we were lucky to win the 1 out of 5 we did with the schedule. And it doesn't get any easier at Bath, and then, you know, Russell and Rowan here, and then you turn around the next week, you got Raceland. So this time of year, it's a brutal stretch for us, and we're going to find an identity and some toughness, so we're going to continue on this streak.
You were down 2-0. It took you
Just defensively tonight, really settled down,
especially that first half. Big shot by Brady there from the half court.
Just
things kind of implode at that point, and and steal away the opportunity. It's one of those things, especially as the season gets long, we get through that lull of January into February. That's one of those things you have to find a way to hold together.
Yeah, I mean, we fouled him, and then I think Rod grabbed him, retaliated. It's always the second guy. Then one of their guys popped in. But Coach Ada does a good job. I mean, both of us discipline our kids. I mean, there'll be some extra conditioning coming in for that, and probably tomorrow. And, I'll get a condition, some of them, for their performance against Lewis County. I don't know what's motivating these kids right now. They look focused to win. We just couldn't find a way to get over the hump, and that's just it. I mean, against good teams, you can't make mistakes, and we made too many to win tonight.
As you talked about, you got a tough game coming up Tuesday night on the road at Bath County. Bath County really playing some strong basketball after a slow start. You look at Bart Williams and the way he puts his team together. They can shoot it well, they can dribble, drive, and they've got a big guy in the paint.
Yeah, I've known Bart a long time from his days at Pikeville and all that. I mean, I was an assistant coach against his teams at Pikeville years ago when I was at Perry Central, but he does a really good job. He gave me a scouting report one time. I thought it was a college one. It was what I was used to, but we know how tough they're going to be. We know the pace they're going to want to play at, more like that, and we got to find some different depth. I don't think Frisner will be with us the rest of the year. I think he's moved away, and that's okay with his situation. But we're going to get some guys stepping up, and I don't know who those guys are right now, but they're going to be a freshman or sophomore, I think. So we're going to figure it out. We're back to the drawing board tomorrow, and hopefully we can figure out a way to win on Tuesday night.
Head coach Robert Amos joined us here in the postgame show. Coach, always a pleasure. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate it. We'll take our final break. We'll check all of our scoring and statistics when we return right after this here on the Cool Hits GCHS TV Sports Network. Back here in the postgame show on the Cool Hits GCHS TV Sports Network. Let's go through our individual scoring and statistics. We'll start first with Wheelersburg. They shoot at 46% from the field. That's 23 of 50. 5 of 15 from beyond the arc, 33%. 11 of 21 for 52.4% from the free throw line. 34 rebounds, 10 turnovers for the Pirates. Leading the way, Carter McCorkle and Matt Miller each with 13. J.J. Truitt had 9. Eli Swords, Gage Atkins has 8. Kenny Sanderlin with 6. Aaron Jolly had 5. For Greenup County, 21 of 57, 36.8% from the field. 3 of 16, another dismal night from beyond the arc. 18%. 7 of 9 for 77.8% from the charity stripe. 27 rebounds, 5 offensive, 10 turnovers in the ball game. Brady Nelson leads the way with 21 points. Rod Dryden, 12 points, 13 rebounds. Xander Carter with 7. Brady Burchett with 6. Griff Keaton, 4. Zane Carter has 2. Put it all together, 62-52, your final score here this evening. Wheelersburg moves to 12-2 on the season. and Greenup County falls to 13-7. A big hat tip to all of my crew tonight here for GCHS TV. Taylor Gammon, Haley Lambert, Noah Smith here in game number 2. Game number 1, it was Haley Howard and Zane Bauer, as the Greenup County cheerleaders putting on a performance out here for the crowd that's sticking around to watch them, as they're getting ready to head off to Nationals down at Disney World coming up in the 1st of February. That'll do it for us here tonight. For everyone with GCHS TV and all the crew back at the station, the Co-Ed Sports Network, I'm James Collier saying goodnight from Greenup County, where the Pirates beat the Musketeers 62-52.